Bird flu, pandemic, avian influenza. You've heard about it, read about it, seen it on TV.
So, how worried should I be?
What can I do to be prepared?
What is Virginia doing to prevent it?
Those are all good questions. And having the right answers can help us all be better prepared in case there is a flu outbreak. The Virginia Department of Health has developed this video to help you understand the pandemic issue and to help you prepare for any possibility should it arise. Right now, there's no need to panic. Virginia's public health officials are keeping a close eye on the situation, and we'll keep you informed of any developments. We're all working diligently to assure the health and safety of all the citizens of the Commonwealth. But government alone cannot protect you from a pandemic. Every Virginian needs to be prepared. That's why we've made this video, so you can learn important information about keeping yourself, your family, and your community safe. Thank you.
H5N1. That's the strain of the flu virus that's commonly called bird flu or avian influenza. By the end of 2005, the bird flu had sickened and killed birds in Asia and Europe and had also affected over 130 people in Asia. Fortunately, it is not easy to spread from person to person. But if that changes, it could set off a worldwide outbreak or pandemic. A pandemic could have widespread social and economic impacts. So, what can you do? The simple answer is to educate yourself and your family and stay informed. I'm sure you have plenty of questions, and we're going to try to answer them in the next few minutes.
What's the difference between influenza and flu?
Flu and influenza are the same thing. It's just that flu is a short little nickname that we've given to the disease that's called influenza. Influenza comes around every year. Here in Virginia, we expect to see it any time between November and March. And each year, there are over 200,000 hospitalizations and 36,000 deaths caused by influenza in the United States.
¿Qué es exactamente la influenza?
Influenza is a serious disease. It makes you feel really sick, and it's a disease that makes you feel like you just can't get out of bed. The symptoms are a fever, and with the fever, you'll have a cough, a sore throat, body aches, muscle aches, and really feel tired. And some people can develop a more severe form of the disease and have to go to the hospital for pneumonia.
So tell me, how do you catch it?
You catch the flu by breathing in droplets that come out when someone with the disease coughs or sneezes. There are different strains of the flu virus, and once you've caught a particular strain, you can't get sick from that strain again, but you can get sick from a new strain.
What's meant by new strains?
The flu virus changes forms from year to year. It can change a little bit or it can change a lot. When it changes a lot, it means there's a new strain out there that's never been seen before, and no one's immune, and that can lead to a pandemic.
What exactly do you mean by pandemic?
A pandemic is a worldwide epidemic. You can have a pandemic of any disease, but what we're talking about here is a pandemic of influenza.
That brings us to the bird flu, also known as avian influenza. In late 2003, Asian countries started seeing large numbers of chickens and other birds dying of a severe flu-like illness. More recently, new cases have been reported in many parts of Asia and parts of Europe. At first, this new strain of flu was only seen in birds. Then, a few humans living and working in close contact with these birds caught it. So far, half of those people who have contracted the bird flu have died from it. This has caused scientists to be concerned about its potential impact if it does develop into a pandemic. The good news is that it doesn't spread easily from person to person, which would be required for a pandemic to begin.
Is it safe to eat chicken?
Yes, definitely. There is no indication that bird flu can be spread through properly cooked poultry or eggs.
So, if it doesn't spread easily to humans, why are we concerned?
We're concerned about the current situation because it meets 2 of the 3 criteria that are necessary for a pandemic to occur. One is that we have a new strain of the flu virus that's never been seen before, and 2 is that this strain of the virus is causing severe illness and death. We're fortunate that the 3rd criterion is missing, and that is that this strain of the flu virus is not easy to spread from person to person. But flu viruses are good at changing, and if